You know, people get hung up on Matthew 5:17, where Jesus said, I came not to destroy the law, but to fulfill it. And the Greek word means to fill up, like in the filling of a hollow or cramming a net. In the same sense that when Paul wrote 2 Corinthians 10:6, having a readiness to punish every disobedience when your obedience is full. It's using the same Greek word. I mean, and you got to understand, like what Paul wrote in Romans chapter 8, verses 3, where he said, what the law could not do, weak as it was through the flesh, God did accomplish by sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. That the righteous requirements of the law, don't steal, don't commit adultery, blah, 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 all these things, the righteous requirements of the law, not the outward forms, not the keeping of the Sabbath days, not the circumcision. He says that the righteousness of the law may be fulfilled in those who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For those that are after the flesh, mind the things of the flesh. Those that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. But what we got to see also, Romans 3:20, that no flesh shall be justified, made righteous, innocent by the works of the law, for by the law is the knowledge of sin. To know sin. This is what he's describing in Romans chapter 7. I had not known sin but by the commandment, or sin by the commandment might become exceedingly sinful, which is what he's saying in 1 Corinthians 15:56, that the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. And the sting of death is still sin. Romans 6:15, know you not to whom you yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants you are to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness. If we were made a new creature in Christ Jesus in water baptism, where we were born of that incorruptible seed, Jesus, and then we're filled with the Spirit of promise to give us power for obedience and to be God's witnesses on this earth, then we were given a change of nature. And this is what he's describing in 2 Corinthians 13, verses 7 and 8. We don't do what's right to appear approved, as the law, which is just outward forms. You're doing something, but inwardly you're evil, you're corrupt. Your righteousness is as filthy rags. Well, this is what Paul is saying here, as those who have been born again. We don't do what's right to appear approved, for we have no power over the truth, but for the truth. Because we've been made a new creature in him. We're partakers of his nature now.